What is your name, please?
My name is Jimmy Lesnick.
My name is Jimmy Lesnick.
My name is Jimmy Lesnick.
Only one of these young men is the real Jimmy Lesnick. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Peggy Cass, Orson Bean, and Kitty Carlisle on To Tell the Truth. This portion of To Tell the Truth is brought to you by the pain reliever in lotion form, Bengay Penetrating Heat Lotion.
Stiffened joints, aching muscles, arthritis, painful arthritis. Today, there's something more you can do for hours of temporary relief from minor pains of arthritis and rheumatism. Now, pour on the relief with new Bengay Penetrating Heat Lotion. Even if you take a pain reliever, new Bengay lotion is something more you can do for aching joints. Why suffer? Pour on the relief. New Bengay Penetrating Heat Lotion.
Baby, it's cold outside. For us hands, that is murder. I'll show you what we need. Come on inside. This is Paquin's brand new lotion for extra dry skin. It's loaded with all those new healing and moisturizing things. You got it, honey? Bye now.
And now here's our host on To Tell the Truth, Bud Collyer.
Thank you, and welcome again to Tell the Truth, and a warm good afternoon to you, panel.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, Orson. Okay, in front of you, you'll find today's envelopes. I'm sure you have not seen the contents as yet, but you may see the first one now, marked with a number 1. I, Jimmy Lesnick, am a fire prevention expert. I have lectured on fire prevention to over 15,000 people, and I have been appointed honorary chief in fire departments in Ohio, Texas, and even Chile in South America. My interest was stimulated several years ago by a gift of an old fire helmet. Then I started to visit firehouses. Other firemen began sending me things. Now my collection of helmets, badges, old hoses, buckets, uniforms, and other firefighting equipment is museum size, some of it more than 100 years old. One day I hope to get a bus, set it up as a traveling museum, and really tell the story of fire prevention. But first, I have to be old enough to drive. Signed, Jimmy Lesnick. And we'll start the questioning this time with Orson Bean. Orson?
Thank you. Number 2, tell me about your collection of old hoses. How many old hoses do you have, number 2?
Well, actually, it's just a piece of a hose, but it's very old, and they're getting hard to find.
Yeah. Number 1, do you feel that the glamour is less than it used to be in the firefighting business, like when they had the horses? Number
No.
1. It's just as glamorous today, yeah?
Yes.
Number 3, wasn't it exciting, though, when there was a clatter of hooves and the steam kettle going away and everything?
Yeah, I think it was.
Number 3, have you ever slid down a fireman's pole?
Oh, yeah, I do that.
Is it fun?
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
Can't you get an awful thing in your hands, those that's and down like that?
No, they're polished brass, and it doesn't really bother you too much if you do it correctly.
Yeah. Number 2, what are those dogs that firemen always have?
Dalmatians.
Yeah. Number 1, what do they look like?
They're white with black spots on them.
Do you know why they started having Dalmatians, number 1?
Well, they were used in Europe, and,
Why were they firemen's dogs, number 1?
well, they were used as watchdogs, and then, in the time when they had, carriages used with horses, they cleared the streets for the fire engines.
Kitty Carlisle.
Number 2, are you going to be a fireman when you grow up?
I hope to work with an arson investigation squad in some large city.
Number 3, do you know anything about firefighting in the woods?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, do they have special spotters and so forth?
Oh, yeah, they have aircraft. They also have the men working on the ground. They have bulldozers. They have just about everything they can use.
Number 1, what is that coat you're wearing?
This is a Chinese fireman's outfit.
Where did you get that?
From China, it was sent to me.
And the hat belongs to it as well?
Yes.
Is it an antique?
No.
It's a modern Chinese firefighting. Fire. Number 2, are you wearing a special uniform?
No, this is the fireman's firefighting uniform in the United States.
You're having trouble, too.
Tom Poston.
I was going to ask about that fire dog. I'm glad to hear that they cleared the way. Number 2, what were the fire helmets made of in the old days?
They used leather quite a lot.
Thank you. Number 3, why are fire buckets round? When you see fire buckets, they often have a round bottom. Why is that?
I don't know. I haven't heard of any reason for them being round on the bottom.
You know what I'm talking about, though, when they have those
You
round
mean the
bottom.
cloth buckets or the metal?
Oh, the cloth buckets. No, I don't know about those either. Number 2, what would you say? What would you say? Well, I'll ask number 1. What would you say is the chief cause of fires in America?
Carelessness.
Peggy Cass.
Well, I'm fascinated that the buckets have round bottoms. Number 1, how come they don't fall over when you put them on the floor? Number 1. Do you know why they have round bottoms, the buckets?
How do you know they do it?
Well, he
Tom
said
that. I never
well,
heard
I'm
that.
just fascinated.
Ask him.
Number 2, what is the average... I'm going crazy on this program. Number 2, how long does it take to answer an alarm? Average.
Depends where the fire is. I mean,
No, that kid's a lot smarter than I am, that's for sure. Number 3, have you ever ridden on the end of a hook and ladder?
On the end, no. They don't allow anyone back there except the trained driver. Because
I
it's
see.
kind of dangerous.
Number 1, how many fires, the percentage would you say are arson?
A year?
Yeah.
About 15%.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's it. Time for you to mark your ballots. Peggy, do you fall over when you sit on the ground? Mark your ballots now. Without change, without consultation. Simply vote, if you will, for number 1, number 2, or number 3. And our team of challengers will receive $100 for every incorrect vote. All ballots marked? All right, Tom, for whom did you vote?
Well, I voted for that red hot number 2 over there because if he'd been asked, I'm sure he would know that you're not supposed to set a fire bucket down. It hangs on the wall. Right, Bud?
Also holds more water that way.
Oh.
Why don't they make a bigger bucket?
Why don't they make a bigger bucket is right. That's really very clever. So, well, anyway. I voted for number 1 because that Chinese fireman's coat fits him.
And Orson Bean.
They all knew a lot. It could have been any of them. I think this is one of the great spots in the history of the show. I was anxious to find out if any of them had ever set a fire so we could put it out, but I'm sure the answer would have been no. I voted for number 1 because
Nasty.
he said that the dogs were used to clear people away. And I can believe that. Better a dog bite than getting run over, I figure.
That's probably the hottest one you've ever voted, isn't it? Kitty.
I voted for number 2 because it's quite true that they're all a lot smarter than we are, certainly about fires and firefighting. But I think it's number 2.
Very well, the votes are all in. And let's find out whether we've hit the truth or not. 2 and 2. 2 for number 1, 2 for number 2. Will the real Jimmy Lesnick please stand up? Thank you, young man. Number 1, what is your real name and what do you really do?
My name is Earl Davis. I'm a student in the 8th grade at McBurney School.
And number 3, what is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Jerry Troger. I'm a student at Monte Cristi High School in Astoria, New York.
We checked the score to find a 50% fooling job, which is good. Believe me, that was twice $100 for a total of $200 you get to divide. And I thank you very much for this most interesting story and hope you continue to enjoy your hobby, young man. Goodbye, and God bless you. If you'd like to attend one of our broadcasts, why not write for tickets? They're free, and give us as much time as you can before you make your trip so we can get the tickets back to you. Write to Tell the Truth, Tickets, CBS Television, 51 West 52nd Street, New York, New York, 10019. Be sure to write the word tickets on the envelope. That's very important. We'll meet our next team of challengers in a minute. But now let's see how one product can make homemaking easier and quicker.
For big jobs, what cleans best? Steam. Steam dissolves grease film away, destroys every trace of dirt. Kitchens have a grease problem too. Vapors and fumes from cooking deposit grease on everything, seal in dirt. Leading all-purpose household cleaners cannot clean that greasy dirt like Pine Sol does. Pine Sol is especially formulated to give you extra grease-cutting power that cleans like steam. Cleans like steam because it cuts grease and dirt, disinfects too, makes everything smell fresher. Great for floors, walls, everything. It cleans like steam. Pine Sol cuts grease, disinfects as it cleans, deodorizes as it cleans. That's the power of steam cleaning. That's the power of Pine Sol. It cleans like steam.
And now let's meet our next team of challengers.
One of these men is the head of a unique rescue unit that has saved the lives of more than 40 people. What is your name, please?
My name is William Karras.
My name is William Karras. My name is William Karras.
We'll learn more about William Karras in a minute, but now this message from the Carnation Company. Now, panel, open up your second envelope, if you will, and follow along. I, William Karras, rescue people trapped in caves. This hazardous job is for experts only, since working underground in dark and narrow passages is extremely dangerous. I have 2 squads of 6 men each who, at a moment's notice, are ready to fly to the rescue of anyone trapped anywhere in the country, regardless of the risks to their own lives. Each man is an expert, equipped with 3 changes of clothing, tents, sleeping bags, scuba gear, ropes, and other equipment. All this preparation has proved to be worthwhile. In the past 2 years, we have saved over 40 lives. Signed, William Karras.
This portion of To Tell the Truth was brought to you by brand new Paquin Lotion for extra dry skin.
And we'll start the questioning this time with Tom Poston. Tom?
Thank you, Bud. Just as a matter of curiosity, number 2, what do they call those people who explore caves as a hobby?
Spelunkers.
Thank you. Number 3, why do they call them that? Do you know? What does that mean?
Well, it's from a German word meaning a dive and like a bar underground.
Oh.
So they have the word spelunker.
Thank you. Number 1, how can you be sure that your light isn't going to go out? I've never personally had a flashlight that stayed on long enough to really get any work done. So how can you be sure that you carry tons of batteries or something?
Well, sometimes we'll use battery-operated flashlights. Very often, wherever possible, we'll use carbon arc type lamps.
Thank you. What provides the power for that, number 2? How do you get to...
Carbide is put down in the lamp and then water